And we are live, pal. The WWE ThunderDome. What can I say? Cost a lot of money. I feel that the ThunderDome was what would happen if you gave really expensive iPhone to a grandparent. It can do all these things. There's podcast capabilities, touchscreen stuff, and everything that comes with it. And they're like taking pictures. Wow, the camera here is great. Yes, you really know how to take pictures. So you've been taking pictures for 70 years. You got this device and it takes nice pictures. That's what it felt like to me. While I liked, let's start positive. Putting fans in the background was really good looking. Okay, the lasers that were making it appear like there was some sort of a ceiling there, that was really cool. Okay. Pyro was good. I like the pyro. But for the most part, it's kind of the same WWE we've been getting forever. I think that we could have used it more for entrances. I think like Naomi comes out, right? Naomi's a dancer. Well, how about Naomi starts dancing and she's got an LED behind her? Maybe there's like 4 or 2 on this side, 2 on that side. And it looks like a dance team and she's coordinating with them and they're doing dance moves together. And it's like she has partners with her. Wouldn't that be really cool? Right? During the matches, during the actual wrestling, being in the Thunderdome didn't matter. I wanted to see fan interaction. We finally have people in here, so let's see them cheering. Let's see a gauge on the bottom of the screen. How about it goes, you're a fan, your face is there, but you also have 3 options. You've got the option to cheer, and so you can click 1 on your keyboard. Imagine that. Then you've got the option to do more than a cheer. You got an option to scream. So number 1 would be a clap, like a little applause. Number 2 would be cheering. But number 3, that's when you really go crazy. And you can only use that once per match, so no one can do it too much. But you get that number 3 option when it climaxes, when someone puts their finisher on. And now representing that 1, 2, and the 3, what if you had on the screen maybe colors? Maybe it goes from yellow to orange to red, or there's a border around the screen the whole time we're watching. And it's dull and everything, and we're not paying attention. But during, oh my God, Sasha Banks got the bank statement, you can see it start flaring up into red, and you get to see that. And there's a little bit of excitement that goes with it, all because the fans are voting. Likewise, that's cheering. Of course, for booing, there would also be a button for booing, and we could see exactly how the fans feel at the moment. Something cool like that. That specific match with Sasha Banks versus Naomi, with Bayley versus Naomi, it was a beat the clock challenge. Hey, how about digitally putting a clock in the middle of that ring or on the corners or something on the screen to indicate that this is a beat the clock challenge? We're doing the Thunderdome, right? Why don't you give me a little alarm clock logo with time? Do something. Use the Thunderdome. That's what I'm talking about. They didn't actually try. They just, this is what I do. I'm Kevin Dunn and I know everything about production. We'll just do what we usually do. Now we're in an arena. They spent all that money just to do what they already did. The Thunderdome was advertised on ESPN. I saw them on First Take, both Triple H and Drew McIntyre. They talk a big game, but when it comes to actual execution of it, it was a disappointing venture. When I think of a Thunderdome, well, first of all, I'm thinking of thunder and stuff, right? Did we even get that? I think we got that in the beginning. But when I thought about what would happen, I thought every unique wrestler would have their own unique style. And that didn't happen. I thought we'd get stuff in the matches that were cool, but we got people in the background. Which, by the way, it's been a day since then, right? I checked my Twitter. I haven't checked Squared Circle Reddit. But my point is, I don't think any fan has been, doing anything crazy. Like, no one took off their shirt in the middle of the stream. No one did anything that's too crazy. Look, I'm on Reddit, right? So you would think that the number 1 thing here would be that, but it's just notes from the Jon Moxley interview. Hangman Page, 4 Horsemen. Yeah, nothing about fans taking the Thunderdome. Ooh, Talking Smack is back. That's going to be cool. Is Renee coming? Unfortunately, they don't really want to do anything for the fans. Remember that one fan who sits in the first row with his old woman and grandma, that fan, the guy in green, maybe even some Brock Lesnar guy. What if those were the first fans that you see right in that front row, and you'd be like, oh, they care. Imagine if you got Vladimir. Imagine if you got the diehard fans, and it's like, oh, look, it's a who's who. Like in the NBA, sometimes they get Lil Wayne. Kerry Kittles shows up on that. It's just really cool to see the people there. That wasn't the idea. And yes, I know the focus should be in the ring. That could be the counter argument, but them staring isn't going to take your attention from them. Just the fact that they're there will be interesting. And plus, it's the fans. Like sometimes I look over at the fans to see who it is anyways, just to see their reactions whenever I watch wrestling. So the fact that we had fans there who are not celebrity fans on your first night, it shows that you're not paying attention to all the other sports. It was nice to see the fans though. It was nice to see a whole bunch of heads, maybe some smiling. No one really was doing anything crazy, but there does need to be an option for them to click buttons to show their appreciation, their hatred if they're booing a person. It can't just be straight up the whole match. What else could they do in matches? Let's think of a scenario. So we had a beat the clock match. I would put a beat the clock somewhere on that screen. Superimpose it. If they're not going to do a ladder match. There's no way they should do that. They did it for WrestleMania, didn't they? I don't think a ladder match is wise. All that sacrifice and you're not even getting a cheer? So let's think of another, like a disqualification, what do you call it? Submissions match, okay? Imagine you're doing a submission back. It's the Thunderdome. How about time this person was in a submission? So if someone was in a little wrist lock, ow, 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 there's a little timer showing, oh, submission control by these guys. It's just like soccer, like football in the Europe. They've got which team did control possession the most. You could have that, and then you could be like, oh, look, this guy is winning because he's put on more submissions. No one's actually tapped out, submitted, but it's important. Pinfalls for every single match. You could have a statistic right on the screen that goes, he's pinned him more pin attempts, but also, you know how it's 1, 2. So sometimes you kick out at 1. Usually that happens early in the matches. Sometimes the guys kick out at 2s, and sometimes they kick out at 2.5. How about a statistic that calculates that? What about a little scoreboard there, right on the back? Just take away like 4 fans were, and instead give me a statistic or something cool like that, you know? There's a lot of ways they could be using it to enhance the matches that they weren't using to enhance the matches. All of that money to go into a Thunderdome. What do they even advertise it as? Let me go to the Thunderdome like press release, which was probably posted like 3 days ago. Thunderdome announced. And I want to see what they actually say about it. The WWE announces move to Amway Center Thunderdome. I'm reading awfulannouncing.com. Sorry, but that's what I'm reading. To broadcast Raw SmackDown. The first show there will be SmackDown, this show that taking place this Friday, August 21. WWE notes that for the foreseeable future, October 30, no fans in attendance, WWE, blah, 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 blah. WWE didn't outright say fans would not be in attendance, but noted only essential personnel will be there. That doesn't mean fans will not have a presence. So maybe like on the other side of the screen, the hard camera side. Okay, here's a quote from Kevin Dunn. "We can now do things production-wise that we could never otherwise do," said Dunn. What? But they didn't do anything out of the normal. "We're flying drones in the arena. We are putting a roof inside the Amway Center." Well, they did the roof thing with the lasers. I know they did that. But flying drones in the arena. How about Cesaro was giving a swing to somebody and we get a drone shot going circle and circle? How cool would that be? They'd have to be pre-recorded, I guess, right? Just to get that right. Because you might not get it right the first time. But that's a way that you would really enhance a Cesaro match. Am I lying or am I lying? Like, we are flying drones in the arena. We're putting a roof inside. Okay, use the drones in the arena. Someone goes to the top rope and does something crazy. Let's get a drone starting here, and it slowly dips as gravity makes the guy go down. Like, use your drones. Come on now. You're telling me we had drones? I'm sorry, I don't remember drones. It's just like when SmackDown Live happened. Remember when they won a USA Live on Tuesday? SmackDown had like a different angle. It was still far away. It was still in the same direction of the 4 sides of the ring. We were still shooting from there, but it was just a little lower. And it was moving slowly left to right. That angle, they used that for 6-7 months. They went back to normal. Maybe 6 months is longer than I thought. Okay. So when a big star like Drew McIntyre comes down to the ring, the whole arena will turn into his content with lasers, pyro, smoke. So if he's got orange on his TV board, it'll be orange. That happened. Pyro and smoke, we always had that though. Projections on the top of the building and on the floor. It will be a big, beautiful entrance, better than WrestleMania. Kevin Dunn, take that. Hold this L, Kevin Dunn. That is, well, we'll see Drew McIntyre's entrance because he's a Raw guy, isn't he? But that was poor. Piss poor. I hated. Entrances were not used properly. They had a lot of hype. And I think their ratings should be high because if you're just flipping channels, yeah, you're watching the WWE and you're, oh, this is interesting. We got all these fans in the background. That might get you for like a couple of matches longer because it's cool. It's the new thing. So ratings should be high. I hope they are. I hope this helps for that 1 week. But let's utilize it, man. How about we use a heel who wants to make fun of this babyface and he uses the technology to his advantage? How cool is that? Now, Kevin Dunn, him being the guy he is, this is going to be a Kevin Dunn roast video, but him being him, we know how it goes. It's Jinder Mahal saying, look at Shinsuke Nakamura, and he puts something there, and it's Photoshop. Like it's not 2020. Like that was cool when they introduced that video board in 97 maybe. That's what we'll get. But we can do more. Like we got to be creative. And I know I'm saying be creative, so I do got to give examples. More examples, because I was giving examples. But still, let's think of another heel. So who's a heel right now in the WWE? That's Randy Orton, right? Oh, can Randy Orton use the video board, though? He's the type of heel who shouldn't care about the video board and all these effects. So I don't think he should be walking at the same speed as the snake slithering beside him. But there should be some snakes slithering from side to side, right? It's a long board that goes all around. I need a snake, a long one, not a short one like WrestleMania 33, a long one. You guys remember that one. Randy Orton, RKO out of nowhere. When he does that, I want to see bang, 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 like Bomberman from Super Nintendo. I want to see some digital effects on the video board. That's cool. Are you a WWE fan? Superior Hero Reviews? What did you think of the Thunderdome? Give me a, do you even know? Yeah, if you're not a fan, just tell me even if you heard about it, because that's a good barometer of just how much press and publicity that they actually made. I'm saying we need heels to use it, like The Miz. Who's got a talk show? Who's got a talk show? Who's a heel? Man, Kevin Owens is a face now, isn't he? Oh, Stephanie McMahon, easy. You bring Stephanie McMahon out, she's trash talking people, and she's saying, well, actually, it turns out that your fan engagement is only up to here. And, you know, she'll be using that to put down some wrestlers. What's going on, Super Palomo Bros? Super Palomo Bros. I think Palomo is a word in Spanish, language which I do not speak fluently. What's going on? Hi, talking WWE. We're talking about the Thunderdome. I was disappointed with the Thunderdome. If you liked the Thunderdome, please let me know what you liked about it, because like, what did they do that they don't already do? They're advertising smoke and lasers. Smoke and lasers is not going to keep me during the wrestling matches. Smoke and lasers is a 20-second bit during an entrance. If I'm flipping channels and I'm not watching the entrances, then the smoke and lasers isn't really factoring in whether or not I change my channel or not. Smoke and lasers, they really screwed up this one, the WWE Thunderdome. I would have nicknamed it, let's see, even the name sucks. I don't know, Fandome? Well, you can't use the word fan. Did you guys hear the NXT conference call? Right before the pay-per-view, they usually do something like this. And every time Triple H spoke, he would never say fans. It's always the WWE Universe. They never say wrestling. They say what we do. They call the wrestlers performers. It's like he's using that speak, trying to convince people on this call. And the people on the call are like PWI, Dave Meltzer. They got some international media too who are asking questions about, hey, I'm in Australia. I love what you guys are doing. We got plenty of talent here. That's what they were saying. You know, it's weird wrestling media, man. Wrestling media who some of them like to pretend it's real. And then there's some of them who are just, I'm looking for answers to my question. Like asking about Renee, asking about Velveteen Dream. Some of them are asking legit questions. And those are the guys you go to for news. And those guys probably get more clicks. WWE. AEW is doing great though. AEW is doing so good. Their ratings in the 18 to, 29, 18 to 39 demographic for males is higher than a show like Raw, which has more viewers in total. So they are building. Raw just has them old guys. I love that what AEW is doing. They didn't even have a show this week, did they? But it's cool. ThunderDome, guys, give me your thoughts, or I will close this video. I planned on going 20 minutes. I went 15. Let's go another 1 minute unless someone has something to say and I can build on that. But I am getting a little redundant and I sense it. But thanks for joining me here. Hey, Comic Boom, WWE ThunderDome. Thumbs up, thumbs down. What do you think? And you guys can check out Boom. He's got a channel himself. I think all of you guys have channels, don't you? Super Palomo Bros. If you don't have a channel, well, I'll find out. I'll find out right now. See what you do. I'm gonna give you a live channel review. YouTube. Super Palomo. Yeah, you got 108 now subscribers. You give it a thumbs up, really? You thought it was that good, huh? You can watch the beginning of my video where I talk about how they didn't utilize the technology. It's like giving a smartphone to an old man and being like, yeah, we're really good at taking pictures, so we'll take pictures. And they had so much things that they could have done during entrances, during the matches. They just wanted to show the people's faces. I needed to see more. What's going on aggressively? I needed to see them utilize the technology to its fullest capabilities. I needed to see commentary utilize that. I needed to see, it's high tech, right? That's what they were selling us on. Well, give me high tech. I wanted to see them not use microphones. How about like a drone shot that's right there as Vince McMahon's talking and he's just chit-chatting with them like he's at the Stark Expo. And I want to see that drone circle around Vince McMahon's face. Well, you see me, I'm talking, and you see the people behind me show up. But if I turn around this way, you don't see any people behind me. That's where we keep the lasers, guys. This is going to be an all-inclusive show. The fans really matter and all that stuff. Thanks for subbing, brother. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you joining me. You help me, I help you. I wanted to see more, and I don't think I got that. My expectations were high. We still have Raw, 3-hour show. Maybe that's where they'll break out more things. And yes, they could be learning and slowly improving. It was different. Fair comment. I was still entertained. I got nothing to say that. You were entertained. That's what matters. But I don't think that the Thunderdome helped with the entertainment. I'm just saying it was good for like a couple of entrances, but it could have been way better. That's all I'm saying. You know, Naomi's a dancer. Give me some more dancing. That being said, I'd like to end this video. I bid you adieu. I think, actually, every time I say that, I end the video and then someone writes something in chat. So I'm going to wait 10 full seconds to see if no one says anything in chat. Because there is a 10-second lag between now and when StreamYard shows me the chat. And since no one has said anything, I will end this broadcast. Goodbye and good night.